If there was something that you could do as a salesperson early on in your career to make sure that you would stay on top and become a closer and live up to your potential, what would it be? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from the North Shore of Oahu. I am in Hale'iwa on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Now, something that you may have considered or may not have considered is to get a coach or to get a mentor. And a coach or a mentor, besides role play, is one of the fastest ways to shortcut all the learning cycle that you got to do. All the things that you got to figure out, you could talk to a coach or a mentor about, but you're going to have to pay them, right? Top skill requires top dollar. And sometimes a coach will go, hey, look, I know you don't have the money to pay me, but in the future, you got to pay it forward. And if you take that agreement, you got to do it, right? You can't just be like, yeah, maybe I'll do it. I kind of like that idea. If you make that arrangement with a coach, you got to live up to it because they pulled back. They took some time and they worked on things for you. Find a coach, find a mentor, find the best that you can. And sometimes people are too expensive to work with. Find the guy that fits in your budget. Find a way. You're a salesperson, right? Find a way to make a deal with somebody and go, hey, what do I got to do? What can I trade you to help compensate? Because I don't have all the money to pay you. What can I do? Can I bring somebody else on board? Can I edit some videos for you? Can I clean your house? Could I scrub your bathroom? And sometimes they might come back and say, like, I want you to do X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, 3. And sometimes they may just be gracious and go, look, pay me what you can, when you can, or as soon as you become successful, then you got to pay me back. But, you know, here's the thing. If you take that deal, you got to live up to it too. And so sometimes I'll see salespeople make this mistake. They'll go like, I got a deal from that coach or that mentor, and I don't have to pay him back until I am successful, and they never become successful. They sit on it because, like, there's no value. They didn't have to put any skin in the game. And I'll give you a huge example. In 2004, 2005, 2006, when I was getting started in sales, I would take $100 a month and I would buy CDs, like, because that's what you did. You couldn't download back then. And I would go to a Borders Books. They're not even around anymore. I'd go to Borders Books and I'd spend $100 on business CDs, sales training, communication, whatever I could to get better at what I did. Sometimes it was buying books, but a lot of times it was audio because I drove a lot, right? And I had all these books and I would get done with a sales call. It was good, bad, and different. Flip to it. Those were my coaches and those were my mentors. Sometimes the coach and the mentor that you have is not face-to-face. Sometimes that coach or that mentor you have is you're learning from somebody until you could pay for it. And like, I did that until I could afford, or until I could prove that I could be in a coaching program, because the coaching program that I got into, you had to prove income, right? And if you couldn't meet the income requirement, then they didn't let you in. Get a coach, get a mentor. It's going to be one of the fastest ways for you to get your success rate up. It's one of the best ways if you're like getting brand new into sales. One of the top 5 tips for me: find a coach, find a mentor, pay the best. There you go. You got one thing to do from here. If you've never been to my channel, just one thing. Find the subscribe button and click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. This is Scott Bell Consultant. Send another fantastic video, probably from the beach. Just saying. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.